special treatment than your lawyer, Ramira. So there's a cockroach in your eyes. Go ahead, sue me.
Cuando sale de Cuba.
You think too much. I'd rather be a live political prisoner than a dead cockroach.
Freedom to live and freedom to die. And I suppose even a cockroach is capable of counter-revolutionary activities. Viva Fidel, our father, our liberator.
Ramira's sentence is 10 to 15 years. He has 12 to serve, and in 2 of them he'll be dead.
If he was tried and sentenced, there's nothing we can do about it.
The charge was counter-revolutionary activities. This can mean talking in your sleep or looking sideways at a woman who belongs to the chairman of a workers' tribunal.
And a lawyer isn't going to do him any good.
I'm not talking about the law. I'm talking about a deal. You'll go to Cuba and get Ramira's sentence commuted in return for an exorbitant fine. $200,000.
You must have been saving your pennies or pesos or whatever.
Swiss francs. The money will come from a legacy. Ramira's uncle died last month in Zurich.
I shall need a little more background than that.
You'll need a bank draft, which I will give you. And the wits, which I'm told on very good authority, you possess. Raul Ramira chose to stay in Cuba under Batista when the rest of us left for Switzerland. He was in the Sierra Maestra with Castro.
A man of principle.
Or a fool. An idealist. And now he's cutting sugar cane.
A little work, a little sleep, the good life. The dignity of labor, compañero. Like your firing squads, butchery. But honest butchery in a good cause. Still an advocate of direct action. Fist instead of logic. We are both lawyers. It was when I worked in your office in the Department of Justice when I became tired of words. I still am. A lawyer stuck in trade. Noise without meaning. Now you're a happy man. A minister, no less. Important. And I have driven 80 miles to tell you about some cablegrams that have arrived from Switzerland. All returned to sender. They express concern about your continuing health. I just thought I'd see you for myself.
Why take the job? Curiosity, mainly. Besides, a few days on a palm-fringed Caribbean beach is just what I need.
This Cuban who lives in Switzerland must have learned his trade in a cattle market. $20,000 if you succeed, $2,000 plus your airfare if you don't. How long will it take?
Not long, should be a straight yes or no. You see, legally, it's fairly simple. I'll check the parole and appeal situations, see if deportation will final work. Benoit gave me the name of some Cuban lawyer I'll have to work with.
Far away places. I could do with a touch of the exotic myself.
That's just what I had in mind for you. I want you to go up to Leeds for a few days. Margaret's on her own up there.
I can hardly wait. If I'm lucky, there'll be a performance of the Messiah.
Straight to the transfer till you come into the open country. Then take the cart back up the mountain. Excuse me a moment. Your officers is over from Central Tables. Yes. Go over the mountain pass, down the valley, and round the lake and come to the farm. Any of the friends will be able to take away.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Hope you have a pleasant day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The English are strange. An Englishman will put his head inside his bowler hat and think it contains the whole world. Advocate Garcia would greatly appreciate your professional cooperation in possible appeal. Stop. Name of client, Raul Ramira. Stop. Arriving Havana Tuesday, David Maine, solicitor.
Garcia died 2 years ago.
Yes. In circumstances of natural justice. He fell out of an open boat on his way to Miami. Case of shark eating shark. Usual procedure, I think. We put Mr. Maine in number 1804. I'll be taking over here for a few days.
Right.
Well, what are you so frightened of?
I didn't know it'd be a woman. They didn't tell me that at the legal aid. They said it was somebody called Henry Castleton.
Oh, that's my father. He's not well at the moment, but don't worry, I have quite a bit of experience in these cases. Just tell me what happened.
I've already told the police. I thought they'd tell you.
Yes, I have some of the details here, but I'd rather hear from you.
What do they say?
You're charged with theft, namely selling a television set on which the hire purchase payments haven't been completed.
That's not stealing.
Oh, under law it is. Now, until you've paid for it, the set doesn't belong to you.
I had to. I couldn't get money from anywhere else.
Well, why didn't you ask your husband?
I daren't. He'd kill me. I've told him the set's gone in for repairs. He has to go next door on Saturdays to watch the racing. I daren't tell him.
Well, I think you'd be better advised to.
Then he'd find out about the other money. On the three-piece suite and the blankets. The man came round and said they were going to send a letter to him. That's why I sold the set. To get the money to stop them from sending a letter.
But surely he knows you're making weekly payments on these things?
He expects me to find the money. I get my wages regular every Friday, and he expects me to manage. That's my job, he says.
How much does he give you?
£10 a week. It used to be enough, but I just don't seem to manage now. Not with 3 children, not with light and food and the payments.
Would you like me to speak to your husband, Mrs. Cooper?
If you do that, he'll kill me.
I'm David Maine. A reservation was made for me in London.
Oh, yes, Mr. May. You're in room 1804. It's on the top floor and one of our most comfortable rooms.
I'll fill in the forms later. I need a cold shower.
Your passport, please, Mr. May.
Oh, well, if you say so. There.
Thank you.
Oh, I wonder if you could get a telephone number for me. A lawyer called Garcia, Avenida de la Paz.
Certainly, Mr. May. And we hope your stay will be very comfortable.
Thank you very much. I'm sure it will.
David Maine. He looks very young. Perhaps he's led a sheltered life.
There's an American visa in the passport.
And now also a Cuban one. That should appeal to his English sense of fair play.
And customs found no legal documents.
Nothing at all. Well, perhaps it was too much to expect.
Well, well, well. Cuando sale de Cuba? Just me and Hemingway left.
Thank you.
There will be no need for that in Cuba, sir. We are pleased to be of service.
Thank you.
The Englishman. Hello, can I help you? Yes, Mr. May. Well, of course we made the inquiry. Yes, Senor Garcia.
The innocent English. A million Garcias, and he wants one that's dead.
Well, there has to be somebody called Garcia at that address. I know it's a common name, but there can't be that many lawyers. All right, do what you can. And I'd like to send a cable to London. What? It can't be. How long? Look, I know you have to go through Miami, but 2 weeks delay on cables is ridiculous. Well, I'll do that. I'll try in person. Can you get me the Ministry of Justice, please? Why? Oh, now look, surely they take outside calls. Yes, yes, the room's very comfortable. I'm very happy to be in Cuba. Now, wait a minute. Will you get me the British legation, please?
Havana Riviera, good morning. It's about 1804. Somebody wants the Englishman. Hello, Havana Riviera. Yes. Who is it speaking, please? The Swiss legation. Just a moment, I'll check. Now, could you spell that, please? M-A-I-N. Mr. David May. Now, I'm sorry, there's no one of that name staying here. Not at all. You're welcome.
Now, how do I get down to reception? Down! Salida! Comprendi?
Nothing. Nobody came for me. No politicos, no policemen.
It's a day off. Enjoy it while you can. They feed you?
No.
It's funny. You were one of them once, sitting on the platform. I always hated their bearded guts. Now here we both are. And they still think you're dangerous.
I'm not dangerous. Kersler said it. Any man with an idea is dangerous. Danger lies in the idea. After the idea, all that's needed is opportunity.
The idea worked once. Yours, I mean.
That's the trouble. Ideas change. The men with guns who take orders only believe in the orders. Isn't that right? Isn't it simpler? You debauched son of a campesino whore.
All of this. All I want to do is to get out.
Gracias. Surely you'd like some refreshment after your journey, Mr. Maine.
You just keep your lousy food. Let me make some telephone calls and send some cables.
Mr. Maine, you're on an island where the average man eats meat once a month, gets fish when he can. Otherwise, he subsists on 2 pounds of rice a week. The price he pays for his freedom. This meal, you see, has been taken out of the mouths of such people.
Just give me the pamphlet. Skip the sales talk. I know all about your heroic defense of freedom. If you're so damn keen on it, why am I being kept here?
Because, Mr. Maine, we bought that freedom the hard way. And until I'm sure that you represent no danger to it, I prefer to take precautions.
What danger? What precautions? For God's sake, what freedom? Men with guns and locked doors?
You're extremely fortunate, Mr. Maine. You're English. Your idea of law and order is a row of thick books. And a man in a uniform with big boots and a ridiculous helmet who patrols the streets with nothing more than a thin wooden club. This is Latin America, Mr. Maine. In your experience, it might as well be another planet.
Yeah, we can skip the history lessons and the geography. I want to talk to somebody from the Ministry of Justice, and I'm not talking to anybody else.
You will talk to me, Mr. Maine. There isn't anybody else.
I must remind you that legally I'm entitled to access to my consular officials.
Legally. It's a nice round word. You will talk to me about what you are doing here, about your interest in a man called Raul Ramira, and also why the Swiss legation is trying so hard to get in touch with you. Salute.
I have been retained by Ramira's cousin to come here and investigate any possibility by legal means to effect Ramira's release.
Very formal, very cautious. By legal means, I'm glad you said that. The man Ramira is a convicted criminal whose sentence, in my opinion, was far too lenient. I would have had him shot. I may yet do so.
Well, perhaps you'd be good enough to explain the charge to me. The original one and the charge you appear to have just invented.
Counter-revolutionary activities. Not just invented, Mr. Maine, found expedient.
And since when has expediency formed a part of the law?
When circumstances demand it. We're not running a parish of thatched cottages.
No, indeed you're not. According to Benoit, you're running a country where people who want to get out put their name on a list, have their possessions confiscated, and then do 2 years in the cane fields while they wait for a plane. You're running a country where workers' tribunals can take a man's job away, put him into the fields, throw him in prison. I thought he was exaggerating, but now I can see what he means. I thought revolutions were supposed to improve things.
Go into the streets, ask the people.
What, do you mean the ones not carrying guns?
You have a dark blue passport, Mr. Maine. Be very grateful for it. It means 400 years of building a country without fear. Before we came out of the Oriente, Mr. Maine, this island was the brothel of the hemisphere. You could buy children's flesh cheaper than you could buy tobacco. You could watch the tourist boats pouring in from Miami. Fat men with fat wallets, coming to sink themselves in the cesspool of vice that was this city. We had men with guns on our street corners then, Mr. Maine. But their wages were paid by American gangsters. Half of the foundation of this city is built upon mafia money. We were an open sewer where the perverts of the world came to bathe and cheat. Batista's brothel.
What have you replaced it with? Did you call Ramira's sentence justice? Did you call a dead telephone justice?
You have one idea of justice, and I have another, Mr. Maine. The difference is that I have bought mine. And I know something of Batista's justice, too. Which is why I have no fingernails on my right hand. And why I still sometimes wake up in the night to hear myself screaming. This was the price I paid for freedom and justice, Mr. Maine. How much did you pay?
I am here as a solicitor, acting for a client who is now a Swiss national.
And traveling without legal documents. A very cautious solicitor indeed.
Cautious enough to accept his client's advice. I would therefore like to ring my own legation and that of Switzerland. I would be glad if you could arrange this for me. Unless, of course, this is breaking another of your instant laws.
Help yourself.
The British legation, please.
Very useful things, telephones. I remember in the old days when a drunken driver could knock down and kill a peasant woman and her 2 children. Pick up a telephone, sign a check, and not be more than 10 minutes away from his favorite bar.
What's your name?
Whatever you care to call me.
I thought I'd ask. If I'm getting a free education, I'd like to know who the tutor is.
I'm sorry, caller, there's no reply.
Then would you get me the Swiss legation, please?
Certainly, Mr. Mayor.
I see. No reply from either. Just keep trying, will you?
Siesta, mañana. You know what life is like in these Latin American countries. Why don't you have something to eat and rest a little?
Mr. Findon, I shall be glad if you'll send a specimen of Mr. Maine's signature to the Mexico City branch of the Swiss Federal Bank. As you will see, I have now arranged that the draft should be endorsed by him as well as Ramira.
I'm afraid I'll need a reason.
It's a form of insurance. Ramira signs and then he can leave. A day later, when Ramira's clear, David Maine can countersign.
Make it sound like an old Clark Gable film, crashing out of the swamps with a machete between his teeth.
You can only afford a Hollywood view of society when they're using blank cartridges. You live in another world, Mr. Findon. Be grateful for it and please do as I ask.
I want to talk to the man who was in my room about an hour ago. I think he was from the Ministry of Justice.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't remember anyone asking for you.
Now, you remember him. He was fairly thick-set, long hair, droopy moustache, wore a glove on his right hand.
I haven't seen anyone like that, sir. I'm sorry. Do you know his name?
No. Ah, there's the man who brought the food in. He was with him. Ask him. Ask him!
Did you see anyone in this gentleman's room?
No.
You know damn well there was a man there.
No, senor. I just brought your food and that is all.
If you had had a guest, Mr. Maine, we would most certainly have announced him. Would you care to go for a drive, Mr. Maine? We have an official car ready for you.
Take your time. Enjoy it.
I remember the first time I heard you say that. In 1960, during the public executions. You said it to the guard commander of the firing squad.
And you walked away to form your new society on pieces of paper. You should have changed with the times, compañero.
Margaret, I don't know what you think you're playing at, but I do know damn well what David would say if he heard about it. Or your father, for that matter.
My father's ill, and I've no intention of bothering him. David Maine's swanning about the Caribbean, so the decision's mine.
Margaret, you're not being rational about this.
I've seen the woman. You haven't. Mrs. Cooper is terrified out of her wits.
Oh, fine, I believe you. I'm sorry. I accept that her husband knocks hell out of her. I'll even pay for her to go to judo classes, but I will not allow you to defend her.
I don't see why not.
This Mrs. Cooper has sold a television set which doesn't belong to her. It belongs to Arkwright Electrical. Now, I know it's one of Arkwright's smaller fry, but it is still one of the largest electrical concerns in the county. And Charles Arkwright happens to be one of this practice's biggest clients.
I know all this.
Then think about it.
But we're not acting for Arkwright Electrical in this case.
How would you feel if you were Arkwright and your own solicitor stand up in court with an impassioned defense for a woman who'd calmly lifted your property?
No, not calmly. But because she was worried and tired and frightened, she needs protection. That's what the law's for, at least the way I intend to practice it.
I can applaud your principles. But this isn't utopia. This is a business. I can't let you do it.
Then I must remind you of our respective positions. You're an articled clerk from the London branch of this practice, and in terms of authority, the decision is entirely mine.
I hope you had a pleasant drive, Mr. May.
Oh, yes, the full conducted tour. Honest peasants, colourful native women with baskets on their heads, the statues, the schools. No prisons, no back alleys, and no telephone boxes.
But you can telephone from here. Oh, a message came for you from the Swiss legation, delivered by hand.
Would you translate it for me? What does it say?
With the greatest of pleasure. It says that the document regarding Raul Ramira will only be honored in Mexico City if countersigned by you. A specimen signature has been sent to the appropriate branch of the Swiss bank there. And Monsieur Benoit hopes you're enjoying your stay.
Thank you very much. Is there any particular reason why messages sent by hand from the Swiss legation should be on your hotel stationery and in Spanish?
The messenger was not one of our most intelligent people, Mr. Maine. We try to give employment to everyone.
Unless the message was read, translated, and returned to sender, recipient unknown at this address.
But you have received the message, Mr. Maine. Would you like me to write the translation down for you?
Thank you. I'm a little short of souvenirs.
Cold cuts, red snapper, papaya, light and nourishing. Why don't you finish what's left?
After rice and cockroaches, my own chef would never forgive me. The Caribbean, set with islands like gems. It was easier to travel from this one to the others when they were first discovered in 1452 than it is now.
Perhaps I should bring you up to date. Some of these island gems are going the way we used to be. The casinos, the graft, the American money. Some of them are even calling it independence. It's amusing, no?
Or inevitable. Is that why I'm here? The warm-up for another show trial. With our beloved hero and leader, the stage manager, actor-in-chief, prosecutor. 4 hours a day on television so the population can see justice being done.
Not just seen, practiced.
Tell that to some of the early heroes. David Salvador, Hubert Mateos, Alberto Muller.
Individuals, not a society.
And now you have to say that an omelet can't be made without breaking eggs. Which is tough luck if you happen to be an egg.
No. Mr. Maine. May I introduce Senor Raul Ramira? Senor Ramira. This is Mr. David Maine, a London solicitor with a well-respected tradition of justice in his 2 suitcases.
I'm very pleased to meet you, senor.
How do you do?
I've been instructed by your cousin, Charles Benoit.
It's only halfway around the world, Ramira. But he might as well come from the moon for all he understands about this hemisphere. By the way, Senor Garcia is dead. Now, I accept that you act for a Swiss citizen called Charles Benoit. But I have to inform you that under our laws, you cannot possibly act, as you call it, for the Cuban criminal, Raul Ramira.
Throw your rule books away, Mr. Maine. He writes his own.
On a strictly personal basis, I don't like traveling all this way to find out that I don't have a client or access to one. And still personally, I can't raise much enthusiasm for some of the methods I've seen used or my own treatment. But then I pay taxes elsewhere. I'll hand that over to my own government and make it stick.
And the man in your foreign office will transfer a slip of paper from one tray to another. And perhaps one of your distinguished members of parliament will stay awake one afternoon and ask a question. Its effect upon me or on this island is less than nothing.
But my gratitude for your time and trouble. It was mistaken, misguided. But it restores a small part of my faith.
Now that we have established that you have no client here, Mr. Maine, let us try and find out what you really want. You're going to ask for my search warrant, Mr. Maine?
It's a nice thought. Could probably write one on the wallpaper.
Your wallet, please. A bank draft for $200,000. No wonder you weren't carrying documents. What is this for, Mr. Maine? What did you hope to buy?
You know as well as I do, Ramira.
I don't believe you. You can buy a lot of treachery with this kind of money.
I've heard of persecution mania, but never like this. Now, sooner or later, whoever you are, they're going to have to strap you down.
You're supposed to have a legal mind. Use it. You're supposed to believe in the law, yet you come here with a bribe to buy freedom for a criminal. Is that your kind of law?
You know damn well it isn't. They told me it was yours. And from what I've seen, I'm inclined to believe them. All your big tragic history about this island being run by gangsters, from where I'm standing, gangsters are still running it.
You're in a situation that you don't understand. You never will. I only hope for your own sake you can resolve it. You'll be allowed to make one telephone call to your government representative and one telephone call to my Ministry of Justice. And I will be here officially at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Until then, you stay in this room.
The neighbours told me. What's my wife doing with solicitors?
Your wife, Mr. Cooper, is appearing in court this morning on a charge of theft.
She's never stolen anything.
I didn't say she had. She sold a television set on which the payments were not complete.
Oh. Well, that's different from stealing.
Not in the eyes of the law.
And she told me it had gone for repair.
And according to her, she was too frightened to tell you otherwise.
Are you this woman solicitor they were telling me about? He says my wife told you that she was frightened of me.
And I believe her.
She's had her money every week since we were married without fail. If she couldn't manage on it, it were up to her to tell me. She had no need to be frightened. But by God, she has now. Wait till I get down that court.
Won't do you any good.
Yeah, we'll see about that when I get there.
Your wife didn't appear in court this morning. Apparently she put the children with a neighbour and ran away.
She wouldn't run away. Why should she?
The fact remains that she did. There's now a warrant out for her arrest. The police think she's probably gone to her sister's. They'll pick her up, she'll spend the night in a cell, and appear in court tomorrow.
She should have told me. All right, maybe I would have clouted her, but I wouldn't have meant any harm.
Has she asked you for more money before?
I told her I manage on what she's getting. Other women do. There's a lot manage on less.
How much do you keep for yourself, Mr. Cooper?
It's none of your business. I earn the money. I'm entitled to spend it the way I like.
Did you know she was on tranquilizers?
Oh, well, she's always in and out of the doctors for pills. It gives her something to do. Well, she'll have something to go to him for when I find her. None of my family has ever been in trouble before with police and solicitors and everything.
You could be very lucky, Mr. Cooper. The last case I had like this, the woman concerned put her children with a neighbor and then put her own head in the gas oven.
British legation? Oh, thank God for that. I thought you'd been towed out to sea. Of course I knew I should have reported to you as soon as I got to Havana. Think I didn't try? Certainly I admit to carrying a bank draft. I've a perfectly good reason for it. Fine, tell them to ring Switzerland. They'll verify it. Now, wait a minute. Yes, I know this is serious. It's also ludicrous. You've been told that the proceedings tomorrow constitute what? A special court under the security laws. And it'll be entirely legal. I thank you.
You still say that you've made no attempt to contact your family in Switzerland?
I send them a postcard every day. You know how easy that is when you're cutting sugarcane.
No, Mr. Maine isn't in the hotel at the moment. Yes, I suggest you keep trying. Not at all. You're welcome. He said, thank you. Sorry you've been troubled. You'll ring again.
Persistent English. They never give up, but they're always polite.
A lesson you could learn.
Perhaps. We will start at the beginning. Who got through to Switzerland for you?
Nobody. Why the cat and mouse, Montero? You know the answers to all the questions, and we both know this game too well. Late at night, no sleep, no lavatory. Either no coffee or so much it gives you palpitations. Answering the same questions forever. Waiting for the uniformed animals to come in and the pain to start.
It's routine. Going through the motions.
There was a time when it wasn't funny.
It never is, Ramira. Never. And especially not at first light. Wake the English lawyer. We start in half an hour.
Old man Arkwright should be delighted. You're on his side after all.
Why do you say that?
I would have thought it was obvious. The usual sentence in a case like this is 12 months probation, which is what the magistrate gave Mrs. Cooper. Then up you step and ask him to double it. Well, I should stop the rest of the street from rushing out and selling any more of Arkwright's deli sets.
Peter, you're priceless. If ever I wanted a definition of a typical male viewpoint, I'd have you framed. Well, of course I asked for 2 years. I'd have made it 5 if I could.
Oh, come on now, Margaret. Over a 15-quid telly set.
Over a question of protection. That's what the law's for, not to punish, but to protect. Well, at least with a probation officer, Mrs. Cooper will have someone to turn to if she needs help.
What about her husband?
What about him? Her sister was out, you know. They found Mrs. Cooper on her doorstep, crying. She'd been there for 6 hours. When they arrested her, she said, I didn't have anywhere to go. The only thing that can give her somewhere to go is the law.
You will sit down when I tell you to. Begin, if you please, Mr. Maine.
I thought I didn't have a client.
Now, don't quibble. Talk.
I've been instructed by the family of Raul Ramira to investigate the possibility of his release or the commuting of his sentence to a heavy fine. I take it that this is a preliminary hearing to establish appeal procedure.
Forget the points of law, Mr. Maine. They don't exist.
The man Ramira was tried and convicted by due process.
Perhaps you'll give me the charge so we can examine it for any possibility of appeal.
The charge was counter-revolutionary activities.
With your permission. The full defense was prepared against the charge.
Am I allowed to hear this?
If you wish.
How can I be accused of counter-revolutionary activities when I fought for the revolution? When I was a minister in the government formed after its success? When the men who sentenced me know, and I mean know, because they fought with me, that my belief in this revolution is not changed.
But what has changed is your approval of the results of revolution. Is this correct?
I can only repeat what I said at the farce you call my trial. I did not run and starve and fight in jungles to see my country living on borrowed rubles, a communist pimple on America's Caribbean neck. I didn't fight to see the formation of a militia where 2.25 million illiterate peasants are given guns. I'm tired of guns. I didn't fight for a system where 15,000 men are rotting on plantations because their ideology is suspect. And I didn't fight for the rabid mouthings of men whose paranoia has brought their country to starvation.
The men who sentenced you also fought, including me.
You? I remember how you looked when we dragged you out of one of Batista's cells. You look like I look now. And we fought to liberate you.
My revolution was the unglamorous kind, Mr. Maine. I was an informer inside Batista's police department. No sleeping under the stars, no campfires. Just a desk and a telephone. Passing on warnings to heroes like him. And when they came for me, there was nowhere to run.
And the same position applies now. A criminal isolation from everything the world knows as freedom.
The isolation is justified. The alternative is bought politicians, American gangsters, the stink of corruption. You remember that Batista was a liberator once? An army sergeant with a belief in freedom. You saw what happened to him.
I would prefer we kept to the point, gentlemen. We're trying to resolve a legal problem, not argue different political attitudes.
You sound like a judge.
Well, somebody has to. An impartial one, preferably.
Nobody is impartial.
The rules are. Just follow them.
Benoit knew what he was doing when he sent you. An innocent, impregnable in your acceptance of justice. Not knowing that justice is a privilege.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Maine. Go back to your wigs and gowns.
I am prepared to accept any appeal procedure laid down under legislation here. I am forced to ask whether your sentence can be commuted in exchange for a fine. I have the necessary funds to pay that fine. I would now like to ask if this procedure is feasible.
What have you in mind, Mr. Maine?
The bank draft taken from me requires 2 signatures. When endorsed in this way, $200,000 will be paid into any court or account so stipulated. You will now tell me whether or not this is acceptable.
The English characteristic again. Polite persistence, made of steel.
Whose signatures are required?
Mine and yours.
Then you can tear it up, Montero, because I'm not going to sign it.
I would rather you thought about it.
I've had 3 years in the cane fields to think about it. If I signed that draft, I'd have fought for nothing. Spent the years in the cane fields for nothing.
I sounded like you once. But in the end, I signed. I signed everything they wanted me to.
Unless that document is signed in my presence and without your arrest, you can be very, very sure it will never be paid. Senor Ramira, I would advise you to sign.
If I sign that draft, I sign away any kind of freedom I ever believed in.
The arrogance, the crusader's zeal. Freedom is in short steps, Ramira. Taken one at a time, not in big absolute leaps. What gives you the power to make the one holy decision about the nature of freedom? What makes you so right and me so wrong?
One thing. I'm still prepared to die for it. Either in a year from the cane fields or this morning when you take me out and shoot me. If I sign that draft, I lose the freedom I fought for, because in this island the word is an obscenity. So all I can do is take the one last freedom that every man has. The freedom to die on his own terms.
very touching. You were sitting in judgment a moment ago, Mr. Maine. Would you like to change places now? Make the decision?
By my rules, the decision to appeal has to rest with the convicted man.
Who has chosen suicide. Interesting, though. You know, I envy Ramira. To have a choice so clear-cut. To play at dangerous cowboys for a year or two. And to build your society on a piece of paper. A textbook constitution. And then because the world won't let him use it, he wants to tear it up just like a little boy.
Or like a man who believes in his textbooks enough to die for them.
Mr. Maine, to die is easy. To live and work is the hard part. Every day to push belief a fraction forward. To know when to keep silence. To go without the heroic gesture. And to stay where the struggle is. If I snap my fingers once again, he'll kill you. Also for something that he believes in. Like Ramira, it's all he's got.
Right. Well, give me credit for being able to understand you without an object lesson like that one.
If Ramira is right, and he could be, then the thick-necked ones who kill so blindly could be taking over. For an ideal they don't even understand. I wonder when he'll point that gun at me.
As long as you use the guns instead of the law. That's what the history books say.
Oh, I can let Ramira die. Or I can take his rich family's $200,000 and I can buy Italian tractors, which will give him an extra spoonful of rice a month. Forget Ramira's signature. You sign. Go to Mexico City. Authorize payment as soon as you've heard that Ramira has safely been put onto a plane.
I can't do that.
You can. His family want him out and they're prepared to pay.
I still have no legal right.
Freedom or a death warrant? You decide. Use somebody else's rules for a change.
Mr. Maine, if you sign that draft, my first act as a free man will be to take my own life.
For what?
For yourself? For nothing. No, don't sign it. Don't sign it. Please, I beg of you, don't sign it. Don't sign it! Don't sign it! Oh! Oh!
I realize this isn't your idea of justice, Mr. Maine. But let's see how much you've understood. That ours, also, is necessary.